Welcome in once again to the Yugioh Fresh Off the Press community, where we analyze the current pulse, trends, and forecast of the Yu-Gi-Oh markets. We're here to feed the endless eternal Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard market watch addiction, guys. You guys already know. Welcome in. The channel continues to grow, man. Almost at 2.65k, on our way to 2.7k, and eventually 3k. We're giving away 3 ultimate rares. OTs comes in what, OTS pack 20 I think it was, or 20. Man, it's not as easy to get these cherries. Yes, they're cheap right now, but I still believe, even though I'm holding this bag, you know what I mean, that these will be money one day. Just have to wait for the right format. So now you can definitely, earn this prize by just subscribing. One click gets you in. Boom, ring that bell so that you can stay tuned for our giveaway the closer that we get to 3k. Guys, the channel continues to grow. Thank you so much. It's all thanks to your guys' support. That's all good and well, but show me the cards, Jay. Here today we're going to do another tier list video. It has been popular with the community. I've made two of these, and this is the third one. We talked about Flunderies. I think, did we touch base on Eldritch on one of those? We talked about ABCs. Just, a lot of budget decks and deck cores that no one's paying attention to, but that they perform really well, and they're not that expensive. We've talked about dinos as well on the channel. So yeah, let's go ahead and actually start these again. They're all cheap per se, and we're going to focus on the tins. Yes, a couple of market watches ago, we focused on cards from the tins specifically, but today we're going to view it from an angle where what cards you can pick up to actually build a deck core. Relatively cheap. Yeah, most of these cards, there's still one card here, another card there that you might have to spend a couple of shekels, but thanks to these reprints, most of the core is cheap now. So actually, let's get started. We're going to start with one of the cheap ones first. Let's start with Runics, guys. As we can see here, we have Yugioh, the Runic Wings from the 25th anniversary tin. Again, we're going to take 5 deck cores that come in the tins, in the product that most people are cracking open right now. Some of these people are not even paying attention to reprints like these. You can have these deck cores set to the side. You never know when Runic as an engine comes back into the fray, into the top tier metagame. So it's good to have these deck cores. I'm going to be picking up play sets of most of these cards just to have some exposure. At the bare minimum, we can see the card was 1.19, a Billy 19 here and there. Now it's under a Billy at all-time lows here at 75 cents. Now I believe is a good time. Supply has come in. You have competitors, sellers, competing with each other here with a couple of walls, tiny walls here, but the wall China's at 91 cents. Is really a Billy card, so I like it. This card used to be what, like 10, 15s? Before the reprint. I love getting reprints like these. You come here, look at that. Look at that chart. Look at that. 20 billion ohms for a card. Then now you can get a reprint, a max rarity bump here. Prismatic secret rare. Look, a whopping 75. Look at the comparison here. Jay's not talking out of his bleep. You know what I mean? No. We talk with evidence. We are data based. We can see it here. The facts in the chart saying that this card, early this year was 20 billies. Now the OGs are around 2s. No one cares about that. We want the reprint, the shiny prismatic secret rare reprint right here for 75 cents, under a buck. 1 billy gets you a card, even under a little bit. So a playset of this is what, like $2-3? Man, that's just too cheap. I would be picking up that core. You see, that's why we put it here. Cheap. Runics are cheap now. The cards that we're going to be discussing, like Runic Tip, used to be money. Used to be 25, 30s forever. At a point it was 35s, always almost pushing 40s. Jay, how do you know this? It's simple. Just go to the original print, the ultra rare from Tactical Masters. Look at this. Look at this. Used to be 35 bills for this card in April of 2023. And now the card, as you can see here, same deal. Rarity bump, max rarity, prismatic secret rare. You can get this card for 350s. 350s. Guys, literally 10x down. 10x down. Wow. That is just crazy. Instead of 35s, we're paying 350s. We're smart. I'm getting exposure. I already have my playset. That's it. Maybe an R9, that's it. We just want a little bit of exposure to all these cards because you never truly know which are the ones that are going to explode more than the others and things of that nature. But the key is exposure. It's just too easy. Little 10x down. I just got one reprint in a product. Yes, everyone's cracking it open now. Jay, runic tips are readily available. I see it in all the trade binders. Everyone has this card. Yes, that is right. Now we have to think ahead. Everyone's thinking in the now, you know, this, that, and the other. No, we have to think ahead. When the 25th anniversary cards get hard to get, what do you think? And then runic tops with an engine, or, you know, Horus runics or something, or Sprite runic make a comeback, or this, that, and you never know. This card could be double digis before you know it. You know, it could scare people like, oh my god, foam, I need my tips. And what do you think is going to happen to this card? We had the initial leg up, consolidation. We expect the second leg up that could actually push this card into the double digi range into the future. You don't want to be that guy, you know, that's left out. You know, you need to get on the train now and make sure you have the right exposure to this card. Now, Runic Fountain is one that's at 2s, I believe so, if I'm not mistaken, on the ban list. So this one's a little bit different. You know, this one's freemium here at 65 cents. You know, this will be a Billy down the line, in my humble opinion. So you can get that 30 to 35% increase in your investment here. 125 listings. You see the demand. A lot of people coming in, getting their copies, so don't sleep on this card. You know, this one was also that was one that was in the teens, and I think even in the 20s at one point. But again, the ban list slapped it to 2. Now it has the prismatic max rarity bump. Can't go wrong with this. I have my playset as well. Might push it to RO9s. Why? Because it's pretty cheap. But I mean, I just like having my playset exposure in cards like these. Niche, you know, deck archetype here. I think a playset is fine. It is cheap though, you know, and the card looks lovely. And if you've been waiting to pick up runics, man, at these current prices, this is the time to get that exposure. Cheap runic, you know, $10 gets you a playset of tips. You know what? This is 2-3 shekels a playset of this. Same with the man. We just close it right here. Boom, history right here. Yugioh, the runic wings. A couple 2-3 shekels, we're talking about what, $20, and you have the deck core already. I mean, and look, these, of course, you see the clear V-shaped recovery. Why? Because of the demand. When you see the demand right here, it's all in the charts. I know I sound and maybe look crazy, but look, the chart is speaking to us. It is a language. It's telling us the supply and demand. It's telling us the buys and the sales. It's telling us everything. When you see a card that was what, under a quarter and now is almost worth 2 quarters, of course, that's just the charts. You're always going to get a couple of deals here, and you do have the walls of China around 40 cents, but still, this was around like 20 cents. It's up 100% essentially, you know, in just a couple of weeks. Runic freezing curses. Get your rarity bumps. People that are playing the engine, they're going to want max rarity. Don't sleep on this card. 38 cents today, a Billy tomorrow. You do not want to be that guy, as we say, paying a premium. Why? If you can get these cards for cheap, I'm gonna get playsets of all of these cards. I at least want, you know, at least have a single deck core of most of these decks that we're going to be talking today. That's my goal. Once I have one of each, then maybe we can work our way towards a second or third deck core of each. But one is that minimum exposure that your boy Jay wants. And again, Jay, I've been wanting to play Runic. Look at that. Look at that. 38 cents. You almost 1,000 copies here by none other than Mr. Wall of China right there. Game is choice. 50 listings, but look, the demand, people coming in, grabbing play sets. Look at that. Look at that demand. Don't be that guy, you know, that gets left out. Same for Runic Destruction. Same V-shaped recovery. Same exact one. Look, 40 cents here, 39 cents. You know, used to be 20 cents under a quarter for the ultra rares. And then you have this one as well. Runic Flashing Fire. Look at that. Used to be, let's see, right there under a quarter. Same exact deal. They've all gone up due to the demand. That means that a lot of people are playing this, you know, deck core. And right now it's cheap. Right now, boom, right here. It's cheap. It's right there. You want a deck engine? Of course. You got to mix it up most likely with other cards, but or other deck cores or engines. But, you know, there's people that play pure Runics. Of course, it's not a top tier meta deck, but it's a good deck core to invest in. That's what I want you guys to get out of this video today. What deck cores you can invest in and have some exposure, you know, in a day like today when everyone's like cracking open tins. These are all readily available, yada, yada, yada. Look at this one. Quarter bumping up to 34, 35 cents. This is another one. You know, you take advantage of this consolidation before the curvature starts and it continues going on up. Runic Slumber, guys. So we're going to move on to Labyrinth now. So now let's go actually to Labyrinth. This is one that is one of the more expensive ones, I would say. Again, it's still cheap, guys. So don't get me wrong. It is still cheap. Don't sleep on this deck, you know, for what it could be. But when you compare it to Runic and things of that nature, of course, it still has big welcome Labyrinth that we're not going to talk about in this particular episode. But yeah, of course, you need 3 ofs of a card that's over 20 bills. That's expensive. You know what I mean? But we're talking about the deck cores that you can pick out of the tins. Yes, you might be missing Big Welcome Labyrinth, but you have the rest of the deck core pretty cheap. Starting with Labyrinth. Labyrinth, as we can see here, look, it used to be 2 quarters, spiked up to $2.50, retracing down hard, guys, to the Billy 20, Billy 22 range right there. If we clean this up janitor style, we do see, yes, a couple of walls of China coming in, 6 pages here, 60 listings, and yeah, you can see here as well, some people coming in, just getting their exposure, building their deck cores for just a hair over a Billy. Basically, what this is, what, 360, 370, $3.70, and $4 with tax. You can get a playset of this. That is not bad, guys, to make sure that you have access to the field spell for the Labyrinth deck core. Then you have Welcome Labyrinth. This trap has been consolidating. I think we reviewed this one not too long ago. The Prismatic Secret Rare. Welcome Labyrinth, again, like we just said. And if we clean this up, $2.20, still cheap, guys. 6-7 shekels gets you access to a playset of this card. Look, almost 100 copies here. That's crazy. So you have the walls there around 250s. But this will be a 3 Billy card before you know it. Don't be that guy paying eventually 5s for this card and paying $15 for a playset that you can get for $7 to $7.50 today. Then we have Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. Guys, when I say cheap, it's evidence-based. Look, this card, Darkwing Blast OG Secret Rare. Look at this, guys. This thing was 40 bills at the end of May. 40. And look, just the other day was 25s, literally, beginning of August. That's the other day right there. That's not too long ago. We're in October, September, August. So 2 months ago, this was 25 bills, 25s, the OGs. And now you can get this card for $1. $1. $1, 1 bill, man, 1 Billy. Look at that. That is crazy, man. Down 25x from the August price, and from the all-time high is down about 40x, man. That is a lot of value that a lot of people, I saw these in binders, man. That's crazy. I mean, I don't like holding, 40x bags down, Man, Jay, just keep going, Jay. Just keep going. Don't do that, Jay. A Billy 24 here quickly goes up to a Billy 38. That's when you see a 17 wall there, and eventually a Billy 50. This is cheap, man. This is cheap, honestly. I am picking these up. Again, minimum a playset. Hopefully in RO9, just get that exposure to a card that used to be worth that moolah, that money, man. Don't let this card go up to 2s, then 3s, work their way up to 5s, and then maybe be double digits when Butler comes out in a week. Don't do that. Pick up the deck core now before Butler comes out. The hype is going to come in. People are going to come in and they're going to want these cards. This is pretty cheap. Take advantage of the all-time low prices at under Billy's and get that exposure. Same as Ariana, the Labyrinth Servant. Again, from the tins, look, this one's been a little bit more volatile and it's actually worth a little bit more. It used to be the other way around where Silver Castle used to be the money card. And now, in this case, we can see that for the Prismatic Secrets, it's the other way around. This one is the one that is worth more. Silver Castle was a Billy 24, a Billy 50. This one, you have a deal here, but it's really a 2 Billy card, guys. So, yeah, 76 listings. Look at the demand. People getting ready for Butler. Boom. Coming in, getting their playsets, things of that nature. That's crazy. That's crazy to see this, guys. It's just, crazy in a good way. It's really cheap. If you want to play Labyrinth, now is the time, a week before Butler comes out, that I would be getting, these cards to make sure that I have that right exposure. And then the last card, Lovely Labyrinth of the Silver Castle. I think this is a one-of, so, I wouldn't go in too deep for a card like this, but it's pretty, man, this is a Billy 80. I thought this would be under a Billy. Like maybe 80 cents, but not almost 2 bills for this one. That's crazy. Does it work well with Butler or something? I'm not too sure, because I thought this was a one-of, but yeah, leave a comment down below if you know why, but this is retaining its value. This is one that I don't have. I don't feel like paying a Billy 80 for 3 of these, man. I want the exposure, but man, I thought this was super cheap. Since when is this worth anything? Let's check the OGs. Yeah, really? I thought this was like worth less. Well, that's good. Look, you guys are staying informed. If you need this card, don't wait on that too long. This could be a 3 to 5 Billy card sooner rather than later, as we can see. Then we move on to none other than the adventure package. What we're going to be talking about Scareclaw Adventure. You can build this deck core from the tins, guys, from the tins. So we're gonna use this image right here because I don't see any other image that we could use in this case. So you could say Scareclaw Adventure. There might be a couple of cards maybe in the extra deck, things of that nature, that you would need to complete the deck, but you know, all in all, it's still cheap. It's so cheap per se, I mean, but at the end of the day, all of these cards are cheap in their own right compared to what you had to pay to get them before. So again, look, 3 bills, 314, 319s, this is too cheap. A lot of Walls of China. Make sure you get your adventure package engine. We've been talking about this card forever on the channel. Not gonna go into too much detail with this one, but again, it comes in the tins, 10 bucks. You got your playset. You live to fight another day. Water Enchantress, Prismatic Secret Rare of the Temple here, just beautiful. Consolidating here at just a hair above a billy. It has the secret from Battles of Legend, Monstrous Revenge, but these prismatics just look way better in my opinion. I would be getting these again for 3-4 shekels. You can get your playset and you're good. And then obviously Fateful Adventure, we just talked about it in our other market watch. Went from 2 bills to 3s. Don't sleep on a card like this one. Then the Scareclaw part, again, you see this card was 65 cents. It says ability 30. You have a couple of deals with the 7 wall there, not bad, but it quickly goes up to ability 50 once again. Look, man, I just refreshed, deal is gone. Look, you have 1 there, and then it's ability 40 there with the 82s. Excuse me, 82 copies. And yeah, it's not as easy to get this Prismatic Secret Rare reprint. If you need it, I wouldn't be waiting too long. This could be a 2 to 3 billy card down the line. Then we have Scareclaw Tryhard. This is one that used to be money. Look, used to be in the teens. If we go back here, that's what I always love to do. We talk with evidence. The TCG player allows me to do so. From Dimension Force to first at OGs. Look at that yearly chart. Used to be 14 to 15 bills. That is just crazy. 14, almost 15s right there, and it's $1. $1 for the OGs. So these are what? Quarters. Insanity to see the loss of value down 15x for the OGs. Jay, but I was playing the deck and I love how the card looks and I don't care that it's $15 and it's getting a reprint, you know, I'm gonna hold it down. Yeah, and now you down 15x. Jay, what would have you have done? Tell us, Jay. I would have sold that thing and just play Paleozoic Froggies. Nah, I'm just kidding, man. But yeah, you guys got the gist. Look at that. 500 copies. Insane. 30, that's 29, almost 30 cents. That's cheap, man. Quarters down here. This is cheap, man. A buck, a billy gets you 3 to 4 copies. Just do it, guys. I'm going to do it. I'm getting that exposure. This card is going to look beautiful in the investment binder right there. That beautiful place. Then you have Scareclaw, Reichart. Same deal. Used to be what? It's what? 43 cents. Which, how much did this one used to be? I always like going back. Boom. Ultra rare. Okay, used to be an ultra that was worth what? 17 bills. 17 bills. What in the world? How much is this worth? Guys, in August, this was 11 shekels, bro. That was just 2 months ago. Now this is rip whoever's holding this, man. Yeah, Jay, just please continue on, Jay. You're good. Talk about the Prismatic Secret, please. As you can see, guys, there's readily available. Honestly, again, just get your playset. Just have exposure, because you never know. Let's leave it at that. The last card of the Scareclaw deck with the adventure package is Scareclaw Arrival. This ultra rare, don't sleep on it. This is max rarity. Love the artwork, by the way. This is at quarters. It's cheap. That's why top 5 budget decks. You can't get cheaper than that. Quarter cards, man. So you can live to what? You guys already know the deal. Guys, link in the description down below if you're enjoying the content. I try to mix it up. Just have some fun here, man. Hopefully you guys are finding value in videos like these. Top 5 budget decks from the tins. That course can't get any better than that. Don't forget, we have our short form content link in the description down below. Right here, you can click in. Don't forget, we have Twitch, we have Discord, almost over 160 people there, on our way to 200 Billy's peoples, yeah, you guys get the gist of it. Shout out to Semi-Limited Podcast Haver for having me on. You guys are the straight MVPs, and we have our very own podcast. Man, I haven't had time. I can't wait for episode 3. The rough draft is about 75% done, and I gotta reread that, make sure that everything is on point. So stay tuned for that, for episode 3 coming down the line. Remember, if you want to support the channel, I have my TCG Player Shop link right here, and then the pop-up merch store if you want to get, one of these beautiful shirts and things of that nature. Make sure that you check that out. Don't forget to destroy that like and subscribe button, as it really does help out the channel, and ring that bell so that you can stay tuned for our fresh off the press giveaways, like our 3K giveaway, where 3 winners are going to win the prize of Ultimate Rare, Ghost Reaper, and Winter Cherries. So stay tuned for that. None of this content is official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. Jay, continue to show me more deck cores. All right, so let's go back to the tier list here. This is another one that you could be considered expensive. Where is it? Boom, right here. Boom, expensive. Why? Most of the deck core is cheap inside the tins, but it still depends on one of the cards that didn't get reprinted. Where is it? Usually is down here. No, it's not this one. Yeah, but if we type Exo Sister, we talked about Big Welcome Labyrinth for the Labyrinth deck, and let's see, which one is that? XZ's. Where is it? Boom, right here. Exo Sisters Magnifica from Dimension Force. Still, about 18 shekels, so that's expensive, guys. So that's why we have to put it there. But the rest of the deck core is pretty cheap. Look, you had a card of, by the way, Exo Sister Packs, reprint max rarity now, rarity bump prismatic secret rare from $1.60, went up to 3s, now retracing hard back down to the main to just a hair under 2 billies. I've been getting my playset of this, so I'm happy. I already have my playset, I already have the exposure. This will be 4 to 5s soon. That's an easy 2.5x. I'm gonna be a happy camper. That's good. If you can pick up a card at 2 bills and trade it or sell it for 4 to 5, you good, man. You're trading what, $6 for 10 or 15s? That's awesome. You know what I mean? It's like you pick up 3 of these and then you get a Fenrir, for example, and a trade for a playset of these. Like, that's awesome. You know what? And then Fenrir goes up after that and things of that nature. So it's a game. It's all a game. We come in early, we invest when no one cares about these cards. Look, it's just great value right now. Pick up this deck core. I already have my playset set to the side, and yeah, 77 listings, 2 billies. This will be more money down the line. Then we have Exo Sister Martha. This is another one. Wow, look at this. We need to analyze the charts, the trends, analysis, in-depth analysis. Not my opinion, what I think is going to happen. This deck is going to break into the meta. No. We go to the charts. We analyze the demand versus the supply. And as we can clearly see, since last month, the last couple of, 3, almost 4 weeks, we can see that clear uptrend. Go to the monthly chart, Jay. Look at that. Higher lows and higher highs. Can't get any better than that. And look, right now you can still get the card at what, $1.60, but this will be 2 bills down the line, as you can see here. 4 pages only, 40 listings. Don't be that guy paying 3 to 5s for this beautiful prismatic secret rare. Make sure you get exposure to your deck core, Exo Sister deck core. Then we have Michaelis. Man, I tried, guys. I probably got it right. So this is a Billy 32, went up to a Billy 50, now it's dumping down to all-time lows at a Billy 27s, as we can see here. So now's a good time. Again, as I'm saying here, with the Wall of China Gamer's Choice, make sure you pick up your copies right now, because this will be a 2 to 3 Billy card down the line. You don't want to be that guy paying those prices for this card. Then we have Ellis, Stella, and Irene, and Sophia. Man, look at all these Exo Sisters. That is crazy. Look at those art. That artwork looks nice. It looks nice. Honestly, they're all around the same price. This one, Ellis was what, 2 quarters, went up to 330s. Damn, whoa, strong retracement back down. I would take advantage of these wallets of China here to get exposure before we revisit those all-time highs and maybe pierce them. You never know. For Stella, this one is actually retracing, hard, as we can see. Went all the way up to a Billy 70, now back to $1 a pop. Not bad, just to get some exposure to some of these cards. Then Irene, look at that. It looks like, my daughter drew that. Well, she does a better job drawing, than this chart. But, it looks like a little kid just drawing on the chart, scrabbling there. That's crazy. 2 quarters gets you this card, freemium. Make sure you pick it up as part of the deck cord. And then we have Sophia. Used to be $3.70 all the way back down to under a bill. That is crazy. That is just insane. And then we're gonna have Blazing Cartesia as part of the branded deck that we've actually discussed, you know, in the past. So let's make sure we put it right here. Now it's so-so, right? In the past we had it as expensive, now we have it as so-so, you know, because there's still some cards here and there that they cost a couple of shekels, but you know, now it's just cheaper. Why? Because this used to be what? Again, it's not what I think, this and that. And no. We're going to go here. We're going to check it out. Look at it. Darkwing Blast, first that OG, used to be 60 bills in May. 60 bills. Now this one's down 30x. That just never gets old, man. Down 30x. Now it's cheap. Way cheaper. You know, this deck. You know, of course, it went down from 60 to 40s, then to 20s, but still is way cheaper. As you guys can see right here, $2 gets you this card. You can't beat these prices, honestly, guys. So you want to play branded, make sure you get your Cartesias. Now they're super cheap. Don't let this card reach 5s one day. Who knows, maybe with double digits if it doesn't get a reprint. Just don't do that. Then obviously Garura Wings of Resonant Life. This is another one for branded. You know, it used to be 11 shekels, double digits, retracing back down to 6s. Again, now would be the time to get the correct exposure to this deck. And then we have Therions as the last one, the main 3 cards here. We're going to put it, again, these are honorable mentions that we're going to put here. This is Therions, and then we have Punk as well. Just cheap, just a couple of 1 to 2 honorable mentions. We're not going to go too deep into those, you know what I mean, but just 1 or 2 more decks. Jay, what engine can I pick up other than the 5 you said? You know, what is still cheap? Therions. Look, Regulus is the main piece. A lot of people plan to play either Horus, you know, Regulus, this is a level 8, you know, or to sneak this engine in with other decks. It's just too broken. The field spell is freemium at under 2 quarters, and then this one at a quarter as well. Just super cheap. And lastly, then, you know, for the Gold Pride Punk deck, Psychic and Punisher, also super cheap at a bill. This is good. If you run the, don't wait, just get it now. This Synchro Monster used to be 20s. Was it 25? I don't know if it reached 25s. I know it was 20s. Secret Rare from Dimension Force. Look at that. Look at that. 30s. My bad. 30s. This is down 30. Yeah, we're talking about 10x's, 20x's, 30x's, 40x. Like, that is insane. That is just, that means if you have $1, if you had this card, like, just, I'm going to take this last part of the video. Let me just, I never do this, but let me do this real quick. Guys, that means if you had this card, Psychic and Punisher, and you sold it at 30 billies, let's just say, usually you're not, let's say 25 billies, because you usually don't sell it at all-time highs. You know what, let's say 20 billies, because it was there for a while. 20 billies, you sold it. Jay, it's down 10 bucks, should I sell it? Sell it, it's getting a reprint. All right, Jay, sold it for 20 bucks, 20 bills. Now you can get 20 of these copies right now. 20, that is 2 RO9s and an extra 2, you know, to give it away to some random kid. That's it. That's it. You can get 20 copies right now. If you don't see the value in that, I'm gonna have to give you my glasses. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed the content. Guys, I love you guys. I love what I do, man. Hopefully you guys can see the passion through the videos. You guys are amazing. If you still made it this far out, you guys continue to be amazing straight MVPs, man. Love you guys. Thank you so much for just watching the videos, for continuing to find value in the content that we do here. Man, look at the, you got to check out that Horus deck profile though. 100 views, you guys are slacking. But yeah, man, we continue. Let's refresh, because this video got, look at that. Look at that. Where is it? Boom, 2.1K just the other day. You guys are amazing, man. You guys are amazing. The channel continues to boom, and it's all thanks to your guys' support. So a lot of more fresh off the press content coming around the corner. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you destroy the subscribe button, as it really does help out. And yeah, stay tuned for our next Market Watch. We continue to pump out daily content on our way to 3K. And then after 3K, guess what? It's 4K. And after that, 5K. Yeah, and after that, 10K. That's the goal on the channel. As I've been saying, you know, in my podcast, that's the main goal, man. I'm really putting in the work. I'm hungry. Hopefully it shows, you know, making sure that we provide that great quality content, because 10K is where it's at. And then when we get there, of course, we're going to have more goals, 20K, 50K, 100K. And it's not all about just the numbers, but while we work on those numbers, also is about giving back as we do with the giveaways. You know what I mean? Providing, you know, that value to the community. And that's what we're here for. That's our purpose, guys. So hopefully you guys continue to enjoy the content. Sorry for the little rant towards at the end, but I just love you guys. So thank you so much for permitting me to do what I love to do in this fashion and sharing my journey with you guys. Guys, thank you so much for your time, for your support, and for your attention. Stay fresh.